one more person, and we start. "25 participants. Welcome to the second session of the Careers Week series. A big thank you to the participants that were present on the call yesterday. A special thank you to our speakers, Mr. Aniche, Mam Punam, Mam Wumi Ogunde, for sharing with us insights, skills, their experiences, problems and solutions in the circular economy ecosystem. To all participants that waited all through the session, like from start to finish, you are the real MVPs. On behalf of the team, I apologize for taking more than the allocated time yesterday. We promise that today's session is going to be keeping to time while we keep the session interactive, interesting, and engaging. Yesterday, I introduced myself, but for participants that probably joined the call a bit later after the introduction, and most especially for our new participants that are just joining the call today, I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Tolulope Omoyeni. I work with Circular Economy Innovation Partnership, CEIP, as the administrative assistant. And I am going to be co-anchoring this beautiful session with a wonderful colleague and a passionate environmentalist, Ayomide Arowo-Shegbe. So while I call Ayomide to join, to take over from me, is going to be sharing lessons from yesterday's session. Ayomide, you have the floor.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Maybe good evening or good morning from other parts of the world. We are very, very excited to have you on the call again on the day 2 of the Circular Economy Careers Week. And I'd like you to show your excitement if you are happy to be here again today. Can I see your excitement? If you're excited to be here again, if you're excited to be here again. Okay, yeah, thank you, Olaide. All right, so thank you very much. My name is Ayomide Arowo-Shegbe, just like my colleague introduced. I also work with CIP, Circular Partnership. I'm an intern and I work as a communications and event assistant. So very quickly, I will dive into some of the learnings that we had during the insightful session for day 1. So looking at what some of the powerful things and awesome things that Ogunde shared with us. The first thing I remember that was very, very intriguing for me was that action plus purpose equals everlasting.
The black seed were pencils.
All right,
sorry,
thank you very
please
much.
mute your mic when you join the call. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, economy. So the whole sector of circular economy is so wide and you cannot do it alone. So it's best to identify the people that you are supposed to collaborate with and reach out to them. So nobody's an island of knowledge. We have to collaborate. Even the goal 17 of the Sustainable Development Goals talks about partnership. That means partnership for the goals, partnership for the circular economy. And lastly, I'd like to talk about sacrifice. You have to put in your hard work, you have to put in commitment, you have to put in the right energy that it demands into your growth in your career or your business in the circular economy. So you're welcome once again to day 2 of the careers in the circular economy ecosystem. Thank you very much. Over to you again, Torilope.
Thank you so much, Ayomide. Funny that, well, it's not funny, let me say fortunately, because it's very, very fortunate that what resonates with you is actually what resonates with me from yesterday's session. So from yesterday's session, 3 key things keep echoing in my head. Like since after the session, it keeps ringing in my head over and over again. The first is passion. Yesterday, Ma'am Ogunde said something about passion and purpose, which equals to everlasting impact. That stuck to my head and to my mind. The second that was mentioned by Ma'am Punam, she said collaboration and procreation. For me, my takeaways from yesterday's sessions are collaboration, passion, and creation. I hope you also took down some really, really, really wonderful keynotes you attended this session. Thank you so much. Equals to everlasting impact. Yes, yesterday we were unable to meet with everybody. Thank you, collaboration, passion, yes. We were unable to meet with everybody. However, we want to know you, where you are coming from, your school, your organization. So please, engage us in the comment chat box. We have Victoria that she's readily available. She's on standby in our comment chat box. So engage us. Let us know your name, your school, your organization, and probably what you expect from this session. So for those that were present yesterday, we gave out an assignment. So let me just quickly tell you that we have 2 winners from yesterday. Yes, giveaways. Yeah. So we have 2 winners from yesterday, and today we are going to be requesting for the assignments. Yesterday, the assignment on 12 hours of waste management was given. 12 hours of waste management. And I said the first two people to submit the assignment via the comment chat box will be recognized as winners for this segment. So the first 2 people, 12 hours, Victoria, please help us check. First two people. We may extend to 3, but then first 2 people for now. Thank you so much. So nice to meet you from FABE International. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Okay, Yinka Israel, thank you so much for joining FABE International. Thank you for joining. Please keep the engagements coming. So while we still have the conversations going in the comment box, I'm going to quickly recap yesterday's session. Ayomide did a fantastic job in sharing the learning, so I'm not going to go over that. I'll just tell us the breakdown, who our speakers were yesterday, so that for those that didn't participate, you have an inkling of what happened yesterday. Yesterday, we had 3 speakers, 3 wonderful speakers, let me add. 3 wonderful speakers from different areas in the circular economy ecosystem. Our first speaker, Mr. Aniche. Yes, Mr. Aniche works in the climate and renewable energy sector, and he dished out so many wonderful things, many innovations, how we transited from one area. Thank you, Blessing Oguche. How we transited from one area of circular economy into the renewable space. Our second speaker, Ma'am Punam, works in the social enterprise area. Yes, social enterprise area, more like the NGOs, how to get fund running. She said so many useful things yesterday. And the last but not the least speaker, Ma'am Wumi Ogunde, who is the Chief Operating Officer for PACAM, said so many things, from the passion, purpose, to everlasting impact, to collaborating, many things. And today, your expectations will not be cut short, I tell you. Today we are going to be having our speaker talk on corporate careers in the circular economy space. Corporate career in the circular economy space. So you might be thinking, I'm a graduate, I studied biology, I'm a graduate, I studied maths. How can I get job opportunities in the circular economy? Relax, this session is for you. So going back to the assignments, we have our winners already. So in total, we have about 4. Or Ayomide, do you think we should like add one more to make it like 3 people from the assignment? What do you think? Because
Okay,
the comment is on fire.
Let's make it 3 people. Let's make it 3 people.
Okay, fine. My awesome co-anchor said 3 people. So we're having 3 winners from today's session. The assignment segment, 3 people. Ajayi, nice to meet you. Igbeneda University, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. So yesterday I talked about 3 pillars of CEIP, Circular Economy Innovation Partnership, what we do as an organization. And we have 3 pillars guiding us. We have the advocacy, we have the research, we have the program facilitation. And I also mentioned that this Careers Week is an extension of our research fellowship program. So quickly, let me check, is on the call. Yes, he's on the call. Quickly, I'm going to be bringing on board one of our research fellows to introduce himself, his team, the challenge question they are working on. Yippee, our winners, Ifeanyichukwu Sikiru. Thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you so much. So we're going to be bringing on board one of our research fellows to talk about, introduce himself, his team, their challenge question, and the solution they are working on. So Kunan Prince, if you're here on the call, kindly unmute yourself. You have the floor. Quickly in 3 minutes. Let's hear you, what you're doing and your challenge question, the solution you are working on, and how you are going about it. Prince Kunal, are you on the call? Okay, it was on the call some minutes back. It was on the call. Or is there anybody from Challenge 2 group that wants to stand in for Prince? Anybody from Challenge 2 group that wants to stand in for Prince? Okay, he's on the call. Please unmute yourself. Kunal, thank you so much. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself, the team, and what you're working on. Thank you. You have the floor now. Kunal, we're waiting. Or would you want to use the comment chat box? Like if you're having network issues, to unmute or show your video, we could read out from the comment chat box, if that works for you. Okay, we're still having people dropping answers for the assignment questions. Very good. Okay, yes, so I think he's going to use the comment chat box. Please, let's be patient with him. We know that we don't have control over network issues in this part of the world. So let's please bear with him, bear with the team, while I read out his comments in the comment chat box, from the comment chat box rather. Thank you. So while we wait for Kunal to drop what he would like us to share with the participants for this call, I'd also like to say that tomorrow we are going to have more like an open mic session, or let me say market time session, where participants that have actively participated from yesterday, today, and tomorrow, they will come share their learnings, share what like their learnings personally, and probably ask them some few questions. Let me give Expo a little questions like, okay, what's the name of the speaker that took the first session, you know, things like that. So we'll ask such simple questions, and we're going to have 4 winners from tomorrow. So prepare your mind. If you didn't do your assignment for the 12 hours, prepare to participate in tomorrow's open mic. Prepare to participate. Okay, Kunal, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yes, but it's a bit low. Maybe it's just from my end. Can we all hear him? Please Drop in the comment chat box if you can
It's
hear
a bit
him.
low. If you can.
Okay, it's a bit low. Oh, okay. Thank you, Quadri, for the feedback. It's a bit low, Prince.
How about now?
Oh, better. Better. So you have the floor.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Konon Prince. I'm from Nigerian University. I'm part of the research group, and my research group members are Okonkwo Adaze, Mary, and Ajayi Odunayo Ayomide. And our faculty lead is Dr. Spencer Wango. And our challenge is challenge 1. And the question is, what is the most efficient mechanisms that can support a stable pricing regime for plastic bottles in Lagos? And how can this be implemented? And so far, so good. We've tried to identify the problem and analyze based on, and we discovered that for us to have a proper cycle economy for plastic bottles in Lagos, we have to talk about the price, because we discovered that if we should think for recycling for them, which is the most effective mechanisms, and we'll still talk about the reuse market, which is a major contribution to recycling market to produce a stable cycle economy for plastic bottle. And for that cause, because of the use of Zobos, people uses for, the market women uses them for oils, to resell oil, Zobo, chin, and all that. We understand that the prices are not stable, and recyclers now find it so difficult to get the waste they need for recycling. And that will still bring me back to what Madam Wumi Ogunde said yesterday, when she talked about waste being scarce, or getting waste is kind of scarce, and that is a major challenge to this thing. And for that, the pricing of plastic bottles are kind of high for recyclers to get. And we discover about what we call the middlemen in our challenge. The middlemen are people who get these plastic bottles from the scavengers, that's the collectors of plastic bottles, and sell them back to this. And we discover those people are the ones that dominate the market, because they predict or they dictate the prices of how this waste should be sold to the people. And with that, it makes plastic bottle kind of recycling kind of high, because I don't think any market or any producer would want to recycle but where they run at loss. And they see that producing a new one will be cheaper for them. So we've worked on means on how to, for big collectors, or I would say big companies, big players in the game, like Coca-Cola and Nestle, we've worked on a methodology where they can get these plastic bottles back from their chain of supply. That is cutting out totally the middlemen out of business for big players. And we're still looking at a means to provide a stable pricing for people and innovators and entrepreneurs who are entering into the business. And with those methodologies, we are hoping to gain at least a good and proper stable pricing system for everybody, that will fit for everybody. I would say that's what we've worked on so far.
Thank you so much, Kunaun. Joe, it was a bit low at your end and it was breaking at some point. However, please, we would appreciate that you kindly drop in your challenge question in the comment box. And if you can, just quickly drop a brief, like summary of what you said in the comment chat box. But to quickly just summarize what he said that, so they're working on developing a tool that will help stabilize the prices of plastics in Lagos. So fortunately, I also do community recycling, and I tell you, prices of plastics, they are not stable. In a community, it can be sold for maybe 16 naira per kg. In another, it's sold for 120 per kg. So the prices, yes, the prices are not stable. So he's working on that. So Prince, we would appreciate. Okay, thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much, Deborah. So the question is that if you want to engage in more, if you feel that you have the floor.
Okay, thank you so much, Tolulope. This is the part of the two that we have been waiting for. I'm sure you are excited to be here today, and our guest speaker is also very much ready. I count it as a very privilege to be the one to bring her up this afternoon. All right, you're welcome again, Ma'am Anabelle Umoetuk. I hope I hope I'm right with the pronunciation of your name. So I'll quickly go through her bio before she has the floor. So I'd like to read her bio. Um, Anabelle Umoetuk is a trained environmental and sustainability professional with experience, just a minute. Okay, with experience in environmental management and sustainability consulting, carried out various sustainability projects, including sustainability audits, implementation of sustainable waste management systems, environmental impact assessments, vehicular emission inventories, and scripting of sustainability reports using the GRI standards. Helped several organizations to direct their sustainability journey and targets. And she is a proponent of the school of thought that says that sustainability is a journey, not a one-size-fits-all exercise. I find this very intriguing. She believes that companies can own their own sustainability journey by defining their own sustainability goals and taking the necessary steps towards achieving those goals. She's passionate about the environment and spends her free time supporting causes geared towards environmental protection and baking tasty treats. Are you excited today to have such an awesome, and such a wonderful person on the call this afternoon? If you're excited, let's Ma'am Anabelle, let her know that you're excited to have her on the call this afternoon. I know that we are excited and we are very privileged. So good afternoon once again, Ma, and we are very excited to have you. You can have the floor now. Thank you, Ma.
Good afternoon, Ayomide, and thank you to the CEIP team. I'm excited to be here, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. So basically, to go right in, I got into this space when I was 19. For proper context, I was looking forward to do my IT when I was a student. And I have a BSc in physics. So while I was looking forward to do my IT, I applied at several places, then Starcoms, Omatech Computers. I was just, looking forward to do my IT. And nothing clicked really. And someone just told my mom's younger colleague told my mom that, I have this uncle, he's a retired professor of physics. He has this firm. I really don't know what they do, but because he's a retired professor of physics, I think Anabelle will fit in. And at that point, I was like, okay, whatever it is, I just want to start, because my mates had already started and they had done like 1 month and I hadn't even gotten a place yet. So we went to meet Professor Oluwole, and he asked me a few questions and he said, when can you start? And I said, I can start today. It was a Friday. He said, okay, come on Monday. So I went back on Monday. Professor Oluwole runs an environmental management consultancy. So I was exposed to a different world. It was very different from what I was doing in school. It was different from what I knew, but it was not totally foreign to me because growing up, I had already heard some concepts about, climate change, melting sea ice and all of that, rather melting ice caps and all of that. So it was not totally foreign, but at the same time, it was really new. And I was, opened into this world where I was doing I was part of the team for environmental impact assessments. We had a vehicular emission inventory along Oshodi-Apapa Expressway. That project alone was life-changing for me because I ended up writing my undergraduate thesis based on that project, and it really opened doors for me. So After IT, I went back to school, graduated, and the only thing I could think of while I was trying to graduate was I just want to leave school and I want to become an environmental manager. It became a passion for me at that point. And I graduated, went for youth service. Sorry, before I went for youth service, the space between, you graduate and you're waiting for NYSC posting, I went back to Prof. I'm like, Prof, I'd like to come back. And he's like, okay, fine, come back. So I did, I think about 6-7 months with him. Then I went for NYSC. I came back. After NYSC, I was, wondering what to do. And I used to pay him casual visits, even when I wasn't, working with him. So one of the days I went to pay casual visits, he's like, if you're at home, you can come now while we figure out what you want to do next. I said, okay, fine, no problem. So I went back again. As at then, he had projects with cement companies like Lafarge, Unicem. So we're doing stack emission monitoring and all the likes, air quality modeling and different environment-related projects, really. And while we were there, he said, rather while I was there at Post NYC, he said, okay, OAU has their postgraduate form out. They have programs in environmental management. I said, okay, fine. I bought the form. I went for a postgraduate diploma in environmental control and management from Obafemi Awolowo University. The program was supposed to last a year. I remember when I got in, people kept saying, if Ife tells you it's 1 year, just know that it might be 18 months. So, and I'm like, okay. But I was able to finish that in 10 months.
Nice.
When I was done with the program, I came out and I was looking for a job in environmental management because I felt like I had already done 3 to 4 stints with Professor Luoli. And I mean, it's not my father's company. I have to be able to apply what I had learned and what my passion was. So what I did was I kept looking for a job in environmental management and I really didn't get any, but I was able to get something in a construction firm. So I resumed as an executive assistant and that didn't last for so long. I did that for about a year and an opening came up in a consulting firm and they were looking for a sustainability manager. At that point, I really didn't know what exactly sustainability was, but I knew that companies were, careful about their environmental footprints. I knew they wanted to, show that they were responsible to the people that were part of their operating communities. I knew that they wanted to be responsible to the people that work for them. I already understood those concepts, but I just didn't know that embracing everything together would be called sustainability. So I just did a little research and I'm like, oh, this is really what I already know. It's something I'm familiar with. So I applied for the role. And that was February of 2019. I became a sustainability manager at Parallel Point Consult. And I was there for 2 years and 5 months. After consulting for financial institutions, scripting sustainability reports, coming up with strategy for companies, managing waste, rather drawing up waste management strategies for clients and all of that, I said, okay, I've been on the consulting side for a while. It would be nice to, be in the industry. And an opening came up at Nigerian Breweries for a sustainability and CSR manager. And I applied and I got the job. And I've been here for the past 1 year. I would not say it has been an easy road. I know I have summarized it as best as I can, given the time that we have. But I would say it has been something worthwhile because it's something I have always believed in. It's something I have been passionate about, and it's something that I know I wanted to make work no matter what. So yeah, someone said passion is a consistent thing in building a career in circular economy, and that is right. You cannot remove passion from it. You really have to be involved and really like what you are doing or what you intend to do to be able to do it and do it successfully. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Many of our participants have been looking forward to this session today. And, while we were trying to promote this day too, the topic is about corporates and So some of them, they're like circular economy. And, the picture that so many people have is that circular economy is about maybe you are gathering plastics, you are collecting plastics. And some people they want to wear jackets, they want to wear fine shoes, they want to wear skirts, they want to be inside AC, they don't want to be inside sun like some people. So they're like, see, I like circular economy, but me, I'm not in for going to this. I want to be a corporate circular economy professional. So, ma'am, I'd like to ask first, what is corporate sustainability? First of all, let's start from there so that.
Okay, so I would not say there is a particular definition to corporate sustainability. What I would actually say is, with growing trends these days, climate change, unrest, and people demanding more from companies and from corporations, businesses have actually seen that there are ways that they can make up for all of this. They can actually do business, make profits. They can also be conscious of the environment, and they can also care for the communities within which they operate and the people that work for them. So when you talk about corporate sustainability, it just basically talks about how companies direct all of these efforts and aggregate them together as a business. And I'd say that corporate sustainability has 4 buckets. So the 4 buckets would be sustainable development, which looks at the 3 bottom, or rather the 3 bottom line pillars, and that is people, planet, and profits. And then there is the corporate social responsibility, which is basically a business's responsibility to the community, people that sorry, can you mute your mic?
Sorry about that.
So that is a business's responsibility to the people in the communities within which they operate, and the general public as a whole. And then we also have stakeholder theory and corporate accountability theory. So stakeholder theory basically, identifies people that are critical to a business's success. Different businesses have different stakeholders. So yeah, when you know who your stakeholders are, you want to, demonstrate your accountability or your responsibility basically to them. And then for the corporate accountability, like I said, people are holding corporates responsible for a lot of things. Companies cannot just do things and get away with them anymore. There are phones now, there's social media, there's so many ways to keep businesses in check. And aside from being kept in check, businesses are now starting to self-regulate. So they have made themselves basically accountable to their stakeholders and the public in general. So I think that summarizes corporate sustainability, because it covers all the buckets of sustainable development and the 4 core areas that I mentioned.
Thank you very much. My next question will be, we are happy to have you, a sustainability professional from Nigerian Breweries on this call. I'd like to ask, what are the career or what are the opportunities that people should look out for? Like those that want to delve the part of the corporate career in circular economy. So some of them are like, oh, maybe I can apply for this particular post or this particular role. Let's say, for example, in HSE, some of them are looking for maybe environmental scientist, HSE officer, and stuff like that. So for somebody that wants to delve into the path of the corporate career in circular economy, what are the options, prospects, or the opportunities that he or she should be looking at? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. So I'd say that the opportunities are many, very many. I personally like to say that sustainability can be linked to anything. So if you're working on anything that actually contributes to like a better environment, to a happier workforce, to improve community relations, yes, definitely you're working on something sustainability related. But to be more specific, for depending on industries, I'll use the brewing sector as an example. If you're to work in circular economy here, you'd be basically directing, or that you could be a sustainability manager or a sustainability, or rather, yeah, in sustainability space. That way you'd be directing the efforts of the company done by other functions and, communicating and publicizing it to the general public. If you're not in this sustainability function, you could actually be in the core supply chain or manufacturing function, where you'd be working on things like managing zero waste, ensuring that all waste from whatever process your company undergoes is being utilized and not sent to the landfill. Then there are also environmental quality managers, people that ensure that all processes are compliant to standards that have been set by regulatory organizations. Outside of the manufacturing sector, you could be a consultant. I mean, a lot of companies don't even know how to go about sustainability, or don't know how to, would I say, incorporate circular economy theory into their processes. Being a consultant, you could show them, oh, okay, this is how you go about it. This is how this process that you're going, or that you have, contributes to waste or contributes to blah, blah, blah. And this is how we can help you curb it. And this is how you can become more efficient. Not to leave out people that also work in the human resources function, yeah, also definitely contribute to this, because you are working on ways to ensure that the workforce is adequately compensated, engaged, and they are proud of the company that they work for and the strides that this quote unquote company is making towards being more sustainable and building a better reputation. So there are so many ways in which you can incorporate your interest in circular economy and in sustainability towards having a career. I hope that answers that question. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for sharing your wonderful experience. One more question before I open the floor for other people to ask their question, or before I take questions from participants. Now, some people, they love circular economy. They are passionate about it, and they want to build a career and a future in it, but they don't know where to start. Like, sometimes they will say, when you know where you are going, you can start from this or so place. So some people, they don't even know where to board the vehicle to the journey of circular economy. They don't know
Sorry,
where to take
I
the
lost
course.
you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hello, am I audible now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. All right, thank you. So I said, some people are passionate about circular economy. They want to build a career and a future in circular economy. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to board the bus that will take them to the future of the journey of circular economy. So, can you just give us some tips for somebody that is envisioning a very great or bright future in circular economy? So, how can the person start? Maybe point A to point B, step 1, 2, 3, starts, then gradually you get to circular economy. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, I'll say this. I don't think there is a direct, would I say, line. I can't say, oh, after this step, you must do this step, you must do this step. I can give general, I can give general points that would actually help you towards, building that career. For me, it was the very first thing for me was actually having somebody that I could look up to, who I wanted to be like. And yes, I found that in Professor Luole, who I was in other people. And I did not ask them to be my mentors. So yes, you can actually look up to people, look at their career journey and, would I say, copy or emulate what they're doing without necessarily having them as mentors to you. That is like having a one-on-one relationship. They're mentoring you without knowing that they're actually mentoring you. That's what I mean. So you find people in space that you aspire to and then learn from their journey. Number 2, very, very important. You have to read and learn. If you don't read and learn, you cannot grow. You have to be able to, grasp concepts in circular economy, in whatever space. You have to be wide read. You have to know what is in, just keep following the trend, research findings, all those things. You have to be knowledgeable. You cannot escape being knowledgeable. It goes a long way for you. You also have to be flexible because, for example, if I had said, oh, it must be environmental management, I really don't know if I'd have a job right now because there really are so many, let's say, facets or areas to it. So you have to stay flexible. Okay, fine. If it's not this, can I do this? It's still related. Is this something I can learn? Is this something I'm interested in? Those are things that you have to, keep in mind. Don't be scared to start small. A lot of people want the big things and they want the big things now. But the honest truth is you have to grow. You can't jump steps. Don't be scared to start small. You start from the small roles and then you grow into the bigger ones. And the honest truth is you find that there's always a role to grow in case you're looking at someone and you're like, oh my God, I'd love to do what this person is doing. Guess what? That person is aspiring to bigger things. So start small. Don't be scared of where you're starting. And, grow into bigger roles. That way you are even able to accommodate more when you get to those positions. I'd also say you should know your environment. It's good for you to understand the environment that you're in and play by the rules so that you can get to where you're going. Because if you do not know your environment or understand your environment, you'd be in for a lot of trouble. And lastly, increase your worth. Increase your, by that I mean like go for certifications, things that, would add to your value in the market. Aspire to those things, go for them, add them to your, your bucket of qualifications. It definitely helps so that when those opportunities come calling, you're not found wanting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So powerful, insightful, so many points. We'd like to take questions, second speaker, so that we just have the Q&A session all together. So thank you very much, Ma'am Anabelle. This is so nice and really so loaded. Thank you for all those work, particularly the steps into building a career in
Thank you too.
All right. So I will invite my colleague now, Anabelle Umoetuk, for her to have the floor to introduce our second speaker for today. All right, Tolu, you have the floor now. You're welcome.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ma'am Anabelle. And Ayomide, you handled this session so brilliantly. Thank you so much for the wonderful questions that you asked. Thank you so much. Please, Ma'am Anabelle, permit me to say this. I've been wanting to say this. I told the technical team that please, I have to personally tell Ma'am Anabelle that she's so beautiful. Thank you so much for being beautiful physically, inwardly, and every aspect. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know I told you that via mail, but I want to tell you in person so you see my expression and all of that. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful.
Thank you.
Actually, yesterday I told everybody, thank you. Yeah, she's beautiful in all. She is beautiful. Yesterday I told us to always come with our book and pen. See me, anything that concerns circular economy, that concerns sustainability, I like to take notes because Ma'am Anabelle said something very, very important. She said, increase your worth, read and learn. Believe it or not, this platform is a learning platform. Everybody is learning. Everybody is learning. It doesn't have to be that you're in the four walls of a classroom taking notes or a lecturer standing in front of you or anything. This is a classroom in its own way and you have to learn. So I really hope that even if it is two things, I don't want to say at least one thing, two things you're able to take home away from this session, please do. Please do. Thank you so much, Mr. Babatunde, as well. So I'm going to be introducing our last speaker for this session. Remember, I said we are going to keep to time, of which we are really, really on time. Yes, learn, relearn, and take action. Thank you so much. My head is swelling with all these engagements. We're going to have more than 5 winners much. Thank you for your patience. So I'm going to be reading and last but not the least speaker bio. I'm going to be reading out his bio to our hearing. And let me just quickly, you can't hear me? Am I audible? Korede Razak can't hear me. Please in the comment chat box. Ayomide, am I audible? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you for the feedback. Thank you, Mr. Olaide. Thank you so much. I got your call this morning. Thank you for calling. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joma Ekelma. Thank you so much. So to quickly tell you about our next speaker. Our next speaker is actually one of our innovators. Yesterday, I mentioned that CEIP, Circular Economy Innovation Partnership, is running two projects, the Loop Lab Incubation Program and the Research Fellowship Program. However, our speaker for today, like the speaker we are having on board now, is one of our innovators, and I'm going to be reading out his bio. Please enjoy and listen. So, Osarode, please, I know I'm murdering your name. I know you've pardoned me, but then in front of everybody here, please pardon me again. Osarode Odemwingie is the founder of Rodelenz Industries. Osarode Stephen Odemwingie is a photographer, environmentalist, and innovator. He is currently enrolled in the University of Benin, where he is studying environmental microbiology with a focus on recovering human air waste and extracting supplements for use in mushroom production, insect rearing, and food production. Very, very sweet. Well done, sir, for what you're doing for posterity. He has the ability to manipulate light and create stunning photographs from the most basic situations. His skill set saw him obtain an invitation to capture images at the groundbreaking ceremony of the Dr. Uwaifo Musical Production Center for the Edo State Government in 2021. As an innovator, Stephen created the Rodome, a simple light modifier for photographers in 2021 from empty Pringles containers. Please keep in mind, from where? Empty Pringles containers. I know we all love to eat Pringles. We have someone that is collecting our Pringles waste now, because as well as pitch his idea in several capacities, making it to the finals of the Lagos Circular Challenge 2022. He is also currently working on solutions to reuse the paper waste generated from the Nigerian breweries, affecting their corporate social responsibility positively. His ideas have him tackling SDG goals 9, 11, and 15. Please, with fire burning in our bones. If you know you're a student, because I can recognize students from Yaba College of Technology, University of Lagos, Lautech, University of Benin. We have from Igbinedo University. If you know you're a student and you're happy to be here, welcome our next speaker in your comment chat box. Yes, fire. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, let's keep it coming in while our speaker prepares to have his session, please. Osarode, please introduce yourself while people keep welcoming you in the comment chat box. Welcome.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm Osarode Odemwingie, and although I've done justice to the introduction, but briefly, I'm a student currently in University of Benin, and I'm also a freelance photographer. I'm an innovator by default. I just like to find solutions. That's my kind of person. So I'm studying microbiology, yes. I'm trying to find ways to reuse different types of waste, like she said, human hair waste, create a sort of supplement for mushrooms to grow properly. I know when I first started, people were saying, "You must be a Yahoo boy." And I understand that because Nigeria is a very dangerous country. But things are changing and science is becoming accepted. You get, people are seeing the value of research and trying to change status quo, do something that people would live to benefit from, like in a long or in a future sort of timeline. What else can I say to you? Well, I'm grateful to be here. Thank you so much, Tolu. Thank you so much.
Sorry, let me add. Someone said you're a sustainable Yahoo boy. I don't know how true that is. Okay, so I must add that Osarode is a wonderful, wonderful person. He's also a student. So it's like one of the reasons why our bosses were like, no, we must have this careers week for students. Osarode, you're a wonderful person. Thank you for all your innovations, for sustainability, and you're going places. You are going places. Thank you so, so much. So to dive straight into the session with you, I have like just briefly 2 questions to ease at you, then we hear your story, we take questions from the participants. Now, knowing that you run a startup business in the circular economy space, your photography, the Rodelenz thing you do, please, while you join the session, mute yourself. Thank you. And gradually you are finding yourself in the corporate space. What skill will you say is most needed?
Okay, thank you, Tolu. First things first, I would like to say that generally in anything, you need, like our last speaker said, Madam Anabelle, passion. You need to have this drive. And you would easily see it in different people, in different things that they like or different things that they love. So I would know from her previous lecture, passion for me first. The second thing, patience, because there's this saying that we frequently overestimate what we can do in 1 year, and meanwhile, we underestimate what we can do in 10 years. That is, if you ask most people in 1 year time, what do you think? They will go on and say, I can maybe buy a car or this or this or that. Of course, that's a good feeling. But most times it's overestimation. In 10 years' time, if you ask them what can I do in 10 years, because of how they feel 10 years is so long, they not tend to bring down their goals. Say, I cannot do this, or maybe I'll still be here, or I'll still be there. But in reality, most of the time, in 10 years, you will do so much more than you said. Because 10 years is such a long time compared to just 1 year. So that's for patience. Then thirdly, I would like to say, you have to have a waste to resource mindset. That is a waste to resource mindset. Currently, or let me give a little backstory about how I started my reuse stage sort of. This is an example of a rodo, right? Made from Pringles, empty Pringles can and the top of a bad LED bulb. It started when I was eating Pringles one day. And I finished the Pringles and then I dropped it somewhere. And then somebody now took it and was like, oh, it's even empty. So they wanted to eat. The person now opened and said, oh, it's even empty. Let me throw it away. And the person just tossed it aside. And then when I looked at what the person did, that act of opening it and looking and say, oh, it's empty, and then toss it aside, it just struck me as, okay, look at this whole can. Because it's empty, he's throwing it away. But if there was Pringles inside, he will not throw it away, right? So that's because he sees Pringles as value and sees the can as rubbish. That is his mindset. I don't blame him. But I now went to pick the can. Somebody just told me that because I was now playing on later on, and I took one of our photography devices and I slid it into the can, and it entered. It fits so perfectly as if the can was made for the photography device. And I was like, is it that the manufacturers were working together with our photographer manufacturers when they were making this product? No, it just happened that I was able to see something that was waste as a resource. And that was why I took advantage of that situation. I was able to create the product that is now called the Rodo. So what I like to call it is a waste to resource mindset. You don't see things as waste. You see them and you are thinking, what does this thing do? You're not thinking, throw it away, on it. it inside dustbin. No, you are thinking, what can this thing do? What can this thing, who can this thing help? What can this thing solve? That's all for me. And then last but not the least, I call it a problem-solving mindset. And I would just like to give a little illustration from my childhood. When I was much younger, I used to watch some films about war, conflict mostly. Personally, I like action films. So if you like romance, just shift. But because I like action films, I used to watch films about World War II and the rest. And there were some very nice, we like to say, aeroplanes that they were using in the war. And after I finished watching one particular movie where they used aeroplanes to do what they call a fight, whereby planes are chasing each other and they're shooting in the air. It was so exciting for me. I took spare carton and a small paper aeroplane. That paper aeroplane was so small and fine. It almost looked like what I already watched the film. My younger brother now asked me that he too wants to own a plane, so we can both be fighting with each other in the plane, not actual fight, but just following each other and playing together. And I did that plane for him. And he was happy because he had his own plane, I had my own plane. And we had fun. We were just playing planes. What is the basis for all of this was that I had a mindset. Not as if they will play and TV and you want it. They will just leave you outside. But we were able to solve that our problem and then create a time that we were able to play with just me and my younger brother. And it has followed me till today. Whereby when I start a challenge, I want to find a solution around me so that they can become better off and I also become better off. Thank you very much, Tolu.
Thank you so much, Osarode. Thank you. I know that I will definitely take notes from your session. You are really loaded, and I think I will stick to calling you. Is this sustainability Yahoo boy? I think that name's kind of fits in a way. So permit me to always address you as that. I mean no harm. So there's something that I've take notice of from yesterday to today. Virtually all the words that speakers use start with P. I don't know if it is a coincidence or it's my mindset. Passion, purpose, patience, those P words, and it's really, really amazing. And they are just the truth. So my own final question for you, before we see if we can take other questions. We still have Ma'am Anabelle to see if we can also spare time and have the participants please give us some minutes from their time as well to continue the session. So when we requested for a picture from you to use for your bio, you sent one really amazing picture. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I think Osarode is up to something. Please, we would like to know. Debbie, please, I'll put up the picture so everybody will see. He has a stick sweet in his mouth. Everybody, please. So I want you all to see and engage him and question him. Osarode, what is the creative reason behind that? What is the creative reason behind that? Oh, Quadri, we have the same spirit. Okay, so you have the floor, Osarode.
So this picture was taken by a photographer friend of mine, Felix. It's on campus, so took this photograph, and at that time, strike. It's actually because it's stick sweet. So you go man call it lollipop. So it's the lollipop I was taking that time. And so that time it was funny. So all these cowboy kind of movies where just something is not just like body. So much later, I read part of my master's project was ways of dealing with plastic waste. And then I just remember that this picture that I took 1 month with plastic in my mouth. This is plastic that is in my mouth. Usually, people would lick the lollipop or consume the lollipop and then throw it away. When I was doing that, my waste it is found, I found that just it away. It ended up in the ocean. It can float and float and float. Basically, it's an animal that can take a worm and it now swallows it. And we take that to obviously kill or help. So this picture was a kind of awareness for me that if human beings like sweet, we should be able to also like the plastic that we should find a way to solve the waste of this plastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Hello, can you hear me,
Osarode.
ma?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I clear?
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
so
Madam Anabelle.
yes, Madam Anabelle actually said, she was like, people were asking that, why, what's up with this picture? Thank you so much for the clarity, and thank you for creating awareness with them. Osarode is very creative, like very innovative. So yes, thank you so much. So there is one little task we want to do for our participants. If you know you are on this call, please follow our social media handles. Follow our social media handles and comment. Maybe you tag a friend in the comment chat box. So we have, okay, Victoria, our able Victoria, please drop the social media handles. Thank you so much, Ijeoma, for loving the concept behind the picture. We have very, very innovative people. For our Loop Lab incubation program, we have like all of our 9 innovators they are innovative. Please let me use that. Our innovators are innovative. So we have the picture on the screen. Follow us now in 2 minutes. Follow us now. We have gifts. I'm queen of giveaways. So follow us, tag someone in the comment chat box. Follow us, tag someone in the comment chat box. Thank you so much. I'd also like to add just briefly, yes, giveaway queen. That's actually on a lighter note. So please kindly follow us. Prepare for tomorrow's session. I saw someone asked a question on saying she is a recycler. How can she get funding and all of that? Tomorrow is for you. We are bringing on, yes, thank you. Okay, Yinka, the photo called attention. Yes, it did call attention. So tomorrow we are having a wonderful session for investors and international organizations. Remember that working in silos in the circular economy space or sustainability space doesn't work. You get frustrated, you get tired. But working in collaboration, working in partnership. Ayomide said something about partnership being the SDG goal 17. Yes. To thrive in the circular economy space, you need to collaborate and partner with organizations. So tomorrow we are going to be bringing 2 wonderful experts. In fact, let me tip you and give you a sneak peek. It's going to be a panel session. Yes, we are bringing investors. They will share with you what they want to see in a circular business for them to invest. So if you are looking for funding or you are looking for how to get grants for your circular economy startup business, please do well to join tomorrow's session. Tomorrow's session is going to be very interesting, educating, interactive like this. Also, don't forget, we are calling out our winners and giving our gifts tomorrow as well. Thank you so much for attending today's session. I'm going to call on thank you so much, Debbie, for sharing. We have Chandni Irani and Yasmin Kamara tomorrow for the investors and international organizations in circular economy. My wonderful, awesome co-anchor, Ayomide Arowo-Shegbe, you have the floor to properly round up this session.
Thank you so much, Tori, for that wonderful time. We'd like to say a very big thank you to guest speakers for today. Anabelle, so much, really very loaded and informative. And thank you to the innovative Osarode. Thank you very much for all the creativity and all you do to make the planet a better place. And I'd like to also greet and say hi to one of our bosses in the house. She might not want to unmute her mic. Mrs. Yomi, you are welcome and thank you for joining us on this day too. Thank you very much, ma. So, and to all other attendees and participants, you are just very, very amazing. Making it to day one and coming again today. We love you. Thank you so much. And don't forget, day 3 will be super loaded. Don't miss day 3. Don't miss you have started with day 1, day 2. Ensure that you add the things for day 3 on your cake. Thank you very much. We love you. We appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Same time, same channel, same CIP. Thank you very much, everyone. All right. Bye. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Take care.